The problem was I married a playboy. I married what I thought was going to be a union in which it was going to be what we wanted it to be. To be quite honest, then he became friends with Duane Martin, which used to be one of my friends on All of Us. And when I introduced them, that was one of the worst things I ever did. Within that relationship, I lost my husband to Duane Martin, and they became better friends than what me and my husband did, and I couldn't understand that.
And then I saw sexual acts. Duane was standing up, killing him, like murder. It was murder in there.
OMG, Duane Martin's past is haunting him, even after his recent engagement to Ashley Jones, but Lisa Raye isn't holding back. She tried to warn Ashley Jones about Duane Martin's dark past and advised her to part ways. Now, it's up to Ashley whether she wants to stay with Duane or move on and leave him behind. Lisa Raye exposed the real predator in the gay sex scandal. Let me give you all the juicy details about what Lisa Raye revealed about Duane Martin. Looks like the tea has finally spilled on Duane Martin and Will Smith.
The years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type. This is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab and they'll pay for the wrong. And that's when I see Duane and having.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch and Will was bent over on the couch and Duane was standing up.
Lisa Raye McCoy, y'all know her as Duane Martin's ex from that CW show, right? Back in the day, like from 2003 to 2007, she had folks talking when she straight up accused Martin of getting her man, Michael Missick, who was the premier of Turks and Caicos Islands, to step out on her. Now, all these claims are popping up again with recent drama saying Martin might have had a secret thing with Will Smith, relationship with Will Smith.
Oh man, I've been telling y'all, man. Y'all go and act like it. Everything Reggie end up telling y'all always come true. Tell all those freakers about you and Wayne, huh? Duane Martin. That's what you're scared of. Go ahead and let it come out, Will. Just tell her. Yeah, that's why Tisha left on Wayne.
Right? You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swiftly. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me.
Even Luenell came through and backed up those rumors.
This is crazy.
I mean, well, you should interview Tisha.
Tisha Campbell, who was married to Duane Smith. That'd be interesting.
In a 2019 chat on TV One's Uncensored, McCoy spilled that after she hooked Missick up with Martin, those two got real tight, too tight if you ask her, making her feel all kinds of betrayed by both her hubby and her ex-co-star. She talked about feeling downright disrespected by how Martin allegedly pushed her man to cheat. "I lost my husband to Duane Martin," McCoy said plain and simple during that interview. And now that quote is making rounds online again. Lisa Raye married Missick on April 26th and hit pause on her acting career to play the First Lady of Turks and Caicos. Moving to the island had her feeling all kinds of lonely, struggling to adapt to a new life without her usual crew and career. She was like, "Here I am on this island. Yeah, it's gorgeous, but I ain't got no friends, no family, no career," McCoy spilled during the interview. Lisa Raye shared how, while Michael was off jet-setting for work, she was left solo, doing different engagements and appearances around Turks and Caicos. Feeling cut off and homesick, she decided to invite her close friend, Duane Martin, to come hang with her and Michael. But later on, she called this move the worst mistake ever. She recounted how Duane and Michael got tighter than she was with her own husband, leaving her feeling hurt and confused. She was like, "Duane and Michael became better friends than me and my husband were, and I couldn't understand that for the life of me," she said in an interview. "Duane introduced my husband to different women we actually knew as friends and associates," she added, still bewildered. "You're my friend. I introduced you to him. What are you doing? I'm still kind of confused by that one." Their friendship went downhill fast after this, with Lisa Raye firmly stating, "Needless to say, me and Duane don't mess with each other at all. Screw him." Lynn Dieter, Lisa Raye's mentor, reflected on the betrayal, saying he was someone she trusted, someone she thought was her friend, someone she felt close to, and it was all fake. Kim Whitley, another close friend of Lisa Raye, highlighted just how deep the betrayal went. Lisa Raye trusted Duane. He was like her brother, her best friend, but he did her dirty. Screw him. Lynn Dieter, Lisa Raye's mentor, reflected on the betrayal, saying he was someone she trusted, someone she thought was her friend, someone she felt close to, and it was all fake. Kim Whitley, another close friend of Lisa Raye, highlighted just how deep the betrayal went. Lisa Raye trusted Duane. He was like her brother, her best friend, but he did her dirty. He sure did. Lisa Raye and Michael called it quits in August 2008, just 2 years after tying the knot. The drama didn't stop there. They got into legal battles, with Lisa Raye testifying against Michael in 2020 over corruption claims about selling public land for personal gain. Michael denied everything, and the case is still hanging in the balance. Reflecting on her split from Michael Missick, Lisa Raye told Essence, "I'm fine. It's okay to move forward because things happen. Does it hurt? Yes. Am I disappointed? Incredibly. But this too shall pass." Her words have come back into the spotlight with some wild allegations involving Will Smith and Duane Martin. Will's former assistant, Brother Bilal, spilled some tea in an interview with Tasha K, saying he walked in on a jaw-dropping scene. "I opened the door to Duane's dressing room, and that's when I saw Duane having sex with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on it, and Duane was right behind him. It was wild." Will Smith's rep quickly shut down these allegations, telling TMZ they were totally false and completely made up. The rep also hinted at suing the former employee for spreading what they call baseless accusations. Jada Pinkett Smith also shut down the rumors about her husband, Will, telling TMZ, "We are suing." She doubled down on their plan to take legal action in a sneak peek of an upcoming interview with Power 105.1's The Breakfast Club. In the clip, Jada called the rumor ridiculous and said it wasn't the first time something like this had come up. She hinted at past attempts at extortion, saying these allegations were just part of a failed money grab. "This is the person who tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action," she asserted. She stressed how serious it is to spread false and damaging stories, saying they see it as something to sue over. Brother Bilal has since come out swinging.
And, that's when she realized that she had said too much.
And they told her to stop. I don't know if you caught that. Rewind the video. She was like, "Oh, they ain't seen all kind of pictures, all kind of everything." So let's get back to the.
But one allegation the Smiths haven't faced publicly is the one about Will Smith and his own son.
"Who knew that your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do about it? Bilal told me everything." You got a meal.
So you believe the Duane Martin story that could have happened?
Of course. Everybody know that shit. Everybody knew they was just ain't nobody know Duane was folding him over like that, taking him to Pound Town.
No surprise it affected Jaden like this. And it gets worse for Jada too.
Do it. This is not play. Yeah. You got to be really willing to confront some hard stuff.
Yeah. I just felt like I needed more freedom.
The public wants you to be a certain way. Your family needs you in a certain way. My life had got constricted into this little box. And it was strangling me, basically.
It broke my heart when I heard her talking about it.
Even though they've been living separate lives for the past 7 years, Jada and Will are still legally married and have each other's backs. In her memoir, Worthy, Pinkett Smith tackles all sorts of rumors and accusations, defending herself and Will against claims of infidelity and questioning their efforts together. Jada and Will have 2 kids, Jaden 25 and Willow 23. Back in April 2013, rumors about Will and Jada's marriage blew up after Jada hinted they might have an open relationship, breakups, in an open marriage. These rumors have been hounding them for years, and things heated up when Jada told HuffPost Live, I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look in the mirror and be okay. Because at the end of the day, Will is his own man, she continued. I'm here as his partner, but he is his own man. He has to decide who he wants to be, and that's not for me to do for him, or vice versa. A few days later, Pinkett Smith took to Facebook to clear up her interview comments. There are far more important things to talk about in regards to what is happening in the world than whether I have an open marriage or not, she stated. I am addressing this issue because a very important subject has been born from discussions about my statement that may be worthy of addressing. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so, she stated. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one. On November 7th, 2013, Smith was accused of cheating on Pinkett Smith with co-star Margot Robbie. Star Magazine got their hands on and published black and white pics of Smith and Robbie playfully posing together. According to the mag, the photo booth shots were taken in New Orleans during a break from filming Focus. Once they pulled the curtain back, they let loose, laughing, hugging, and snuggling in the dark. An unidentified witness spilled the tea to Star. Smith never commented on the accusations, but News reported that Robbie responded at the time on Twitter, now known as X, saying, "Have been working non-stop, just catching my breath." Robbie apparently wrote on November 7th of that year, "There's absolutely no truth to the ridiculous rumor in Star Mag." On September 16, 2017, actor Leah Remini accused Jada Pinkett Smith of being a Scientologist. I know Jada's in, I know Jada is in. She's been in Scientology a long time. Remini, a former Scientologist who's been vocal about her experience, told the Daily Beast. I never saw Will there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center. In that same interview, Remini said the Smiths' now closed school, New Village Leadership Academy, was a Scientology school. Pinkett Smith had always said their school had no ties to Scientology. She clapped back at Remini's claims on X, saying she is not a Scientologist. It is not a desire of ours to educate children with Scientology. That is not what Will and I want to do, she told NPR in 2009. And our school is not, and I repeat, not a Scientology school. Smith also mentioned to World Entertainment News Network that he's talked with Tom Cruise about Scientology, even though he and Pinkett Smith don't really buy into organized religion. On RTT in October 2018, the Smiths doubled down that they've never been Scientologists. Pinkett Smith even invited Remini on the show for an open chat about their beef. Pinkett Smith said she grew up exploring different religions out of curiosity. I always took the position that I'm here at the Scientology Center to learn what I want to learn, and I have no interest in being a Scientologist, she said. On October 17, 2018, Pinkett Smith said that she and Smith choose not to call their relationship a marriage because it's too restricting. I needed a different form to dissolve all the expectations that I had of marriage, she told People magazine. I needed to do that to see Will outside of husband and see him as a human being. I started dissolving all the ideas, expectations, and labels, she said. On October 22, 2018, Smith revealed that he cried uncontrollably in a restaurant restroom after realizing he was in the wrong relationship. Smith and Pinkett Smith opened up about their relationship in a 2018 episode of Red Table Talk. Smith started off by saying, "We have created a marital and family paradigm that has been speculated about for a lot of years, so I'm excited to tell the truth." During the interview, the Independence Day star mentioned being married to Cherie Zampino when he met Pinkett Smith in the 90s. Smith quickly left the dinner table with Zampino because he realized, I wasn't with the person I was supposed to be with, and I was sitting in a stall in the restaurant crying uncontrollably and then laughing like, what the heck is wrong with me? Smith said. I knew that was the woman I was supposed to be with, but I was never getting divorced. He said, I don't get divorced. Zampino filed for divorce on Valentine's Day, and Smith began dating Pinkett Smith shortly after. On October 22, 2018, Pinkett Smith admitted to Smith that she never wanted to be married on their wedding day. On that same RTT episode, where Smith recalls crying in a restroom stall, Pinkett Smith talked about her opposition to marriage and wedding ceremonies, saying she was unhappy on their wedding day in 1997. "I just never really agreed with the constructs," she said about her opposition to marriage. "I just don't agree with it. I never have. I still don't." Pinkett Smith, who was 3 months pregnant with their son Jaden, said she was so mad she had to have a wedding. "It was a horrible wedding," she admitted. "I cried the whole way down the aisle," Pinkett Smith explained. Jada Smith also said that they separated during their marriage and then reconciled in part 2 of their RTT talk. Pinkett Smith said the hardest time in their marriage was when she turned 40 in 2011 and had a midlife crisis. "One day, our marriage came crashing down," Pinkett Smith explained. "We realized we had to redefine our relationship. Your 40th birthday was my low point," Smith said, adding that he snapped after Pinkett Smith accused him of turning her celebration into a ridiculous display of his ego. Pinkett Smith admitted that, at the time, she wasn't living her life truly. After that disastrous birthday, she confronted Smith about how his idea of a perfect family was hurting their marriage. "We basically had to destroy our marriage," Smith added, stressing that divorce wasn't an option for either of them. "I put in too much, period," Pinkett Smith said. "What's most important to me is my family. I was thinking about our family, not just our immediate nucleus, but our huge extended family. And I knew divorce wasn't necessary." That's all for the video, y'all. Thanks for watching.